You're not my real dad. Mom's boyfriend feels more like one. He said it while I was wiping the kitchen counter. The glass tipped over. Milk ran along the grain of the wood and seeped into the cracks. Marcus lifted his chin, voice calm, like he was stating a fact. He was 14, tall, hair dyed light brown, a cheap silver chain on his wrist. A gift from Veronica, his mother, and her new boyfriend. The air went quiet for a moment. I looked at him, said nothing. He went on. Dante says he can help me make videos, start a channel. He's got equipment, connections. You're always working. You don't have time for me anyway. I wrung out the rag, set it by the sink. Did you finish eating? I asked. He frowned. Did you even hear what I said? I heard you. I cleared the dishes, stepped closer. Then go clean your room. The videos are your business, not mine. He froze for 2 seconds, then sneered. Dante says people like you don't understand how young people succeed. He slammed the door upstairs. The glass door rattled, and the smell of milk and oil stayed in the air. That night, I opened his tuition account. His private school cost $32,000 a year, paid automatically from my account. A decade of steady work behind that line item. I opened my laptop and canceled the payment. The cursor blinked once. The page asked for confirmation. I clicked yes. No anger, just a clean kind of silence. Marcus was our shared custody child. He was 9 when Veronica left. She said she was tired of living safely, wanted to find her old self again. I didn't stop her, just asked to see Marcus 2 days a week. Later, she moved in with Dante, a man who called himself a digital entrepreneur, wore gold chains, rented cars, and talked about projects and investments. When I first met him, he reached out his hand. I heard you work in IT? Nice. I used to build apps too. He clapped my shoulder. I didn't move. Marcus changed after that. He started calling my house boring, mocked the old sofa, and bragged that Dante was taking them to Miami to look at houses. Veronica texted once. He needs positive male role models. I didn't reply. A few days later, the school called. His tuition hadn't come through. There won't be any future payments, I said. A pause. Would you like to transfer him to public school? Yes, I said. Transfer him. The next day, Marcus showed up at my door, face red. You can't do that. I already did. He shook his fist. You're just jealous. Mom says you hate Dante because he's better than you. I looked at his white sneakers, mud splattered on the toe. I don't have time to be jealous, I said. I just stopped paying for a kid who says he doesn't need a father. He breathed hard. You'll regret this. Maybe, I said. Later, Veronica called, furious. This is emotional blackmail. He's just a child. I'm only ending what I'm not obligated to pay. So you'll pull his college fund too? Already did. You're insane, she hissed. Dante's right. You're a control freak. When the call ended, I sat in my car. Outside, autumn rain blurred the windshield. I almost laughed, not out of anger, but because I could finally see things clearly. For months, I didn't reach out. On social media, Veronica posted pictures. The 3 of them smiling at the beach. Marcus in new sneakers, Dante's arm around them. Caption, family time. I closed the app. That December, Marcus called. His voice was hoarse. Dad, can I borrow some money? I got suspended. What happened? Dante said I should drop out and do videos full time. But the channel got banned, and his money's frozen. Mom's busy. She told me to ask you. I didn't speak. Silence hung. Then he said quietly, please, just this once. I'll pay you back. Do you remember what you said that night at dinner? He didn't answer. You said I wasn't your real dad. There was a pause. I'm sorry, he whispered. I don't need your apology, I said. Ask your mother. Later, I heard Dante was arrested for fraud. Veronica's accounts were frozen. The house was repossessed. Marcus transferred to a public school nearby. He started working part-time, delivering food. Sometimes I saw him in town, head down, quiet. Once at the supermarket checkout, he said softly, Hey, Dad. I nodded. Need a ride? He shook his head. A bike. Cold out. Keep warm. He smiled faintly. He looked at me differently that day. Not defiant, just calm. Months later, I got a letter from court. Veronica wanted to renegotiate child support. In court, she wore a worn coat, hair messy, voice tired. He has nothing now, she said. I just want him to have stability again. I didn't look at her. I fulfilled my legal duty, I said. She looked startled. You can't be that cold. I met her eyes. You taught me how. Judgment. No additional payments required. After that, Marcus started coming by, sometimes. One evening, he showed up with a grocery bag. I bought this myself, he said. Want to eat together? I nodded. He chopped vegetables, I stirred soup. Oil splattered his hand, and he winced. Hot, he muttered. I handed him a towel. Take your time. He didn't talk much during dinner. Before leaving, he said quietly, Dad, I really regret it. I looked at him. Don't. Everyone pays for what they say. He nodded, and I knew he understood. Later, Veronica texted again. I'm getting evicted. Please, just this once. I know you can help. I didn't reply. Hours later, please. Still nothing. At 11 p.m., she called, voice trembling. I was wrong, okay? Dante lied to me. I thought he could give us a better life. Why didn't you see it sooner? Because I didn't want to be like you. Like me? So calm, so cold like a stone. I paused, then keep crying, and I hung up. Days later, Marcus came again. He stood at the door for a long time. Mom wants to move back, he said. I don't agree. She's got nowhere to go. That's her choice. You really won't forgive her? Forgiveness isn't the same as letting someone back in. He bit his lip. Can I stay then? I nodded. He rebuilt slowly, school, work, basic video editing. He started cleaning the dishes after dinner. I never brought up the past. Half a year later, he got a scholarship to a community college. That night, he sat at the table, fingers tracing the paper. Dad, if you hadn't stopped paying tuition, I might have never woken up. That was your awakening, I said. He smiled. Maybe, but someone had to push me first. I raised my glass and clinked his. Veronica eventually left the state. I never saw her again. Dante got 3 years in prison. Life settled. One evening, Marcus asked, Do you ever feel like you won? I thought for a moment. No, I said. I just stopped losing. Sunlight poured through the window. 2 empty cups on the table. Steam still slowly fading.